Yes, sir. You already know what time it is. You know what's going on. We are back live. Your boys are back in session. I'm your host, Cam Silver,
I am your co-host Kyle Silver.
and welcome back to the Silver's Boys podcast. Now, Kyle, feel like
You're,
every
you're-
time, every time we try to get away from the NFL, guess what happens? It's like
they
that.
pull us right
It's
back in. They
it's
pull us
like the
right back in.
it's like that Chingy song with Tyrese. Every time I'm trying to leave, something keeps pulling me back, me back. Like that's exactly what it is, bro. Like no matter what
Yo,
we do,
yo,
we can't get away.
I was just gonna say it's like a fishing hook, brother. Every time
Oh,
you cast that line out, and you think you
it's,
ain't gonna get some, you catch some, and it's gonna keep coming. It's gonna
it
keep
come
coming.
it
Yes, sir.
come right back to you. But this week was pretty big. So next week we're gonna get into start of free agency. But this week, Jason Kelsey has retired, which is huge. Huge implications right there. But congrats to him on a magnificent career. One of the best centers to do it. Super Bowl champion. I don't know the exact numbers. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but he was all pro. All team, all world, basically, if you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. He's one of the best that we've ever seen, and it ain't many out there like him. So big congrats to him. And you already know Jarvis is going to carry on that legacy real well.
Yeah, no, I just want to say, even taking it off of the football side of things and in between the numbers, outside the numbers in the city of Philadelphia, Jason Kelsey did a lot. He did a lot.
He's yeah,
He
yeah,
was he was a very much a community type of person, is what, I thought what I was reading like should be highlighted about him, because it wasn't just like he cared about the game. Like, of course he cared about the game, but he cared about the people outside of the game, and he cared about, the game that the people that it affected. You know what I mean? He cared about the people,
right.
is what I'm trying to say. And I love that for him, because, he gave back. And I think that's important, because as a man in position of power, you should be able to give back. And he did that, and honestly, his retirement speech with Travis Kelce sitting front row, like that, it was emotional. It really was.
Yeah,
I'm not a
yeah,
Philadelphia Eagles fan. I mean, honestly, I hate them with every bone in my body as a Giants fan, but him being gone from the football world, we're definitely gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him,
big
because
big time.
he was big. He was big, and he was always like he was always so low key about everything too.
Hmm.
He was always so low key about everything. He wasn't in it for the fame. He wasn't in it for the flash. He was just in it to play his game, get paid, get back where he could get back. And I think that's the most important thing we should highlight with him.
Oh yeah, big time. Another thing that I've always liked, what's it called, when players are retiring, they love the idea of becoming a family man. They love
Yeah,
the idea of becoming a dad, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And you can't take those moments for granted. So yeah, that's another thing I wanted to point out, the fact that he wants to be, most of them just want to be a dad at the end of the
Hmm.
day. They just want to be there for their kids and as they should be.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. I wish him nothing but luck on the later end of his career. Wherever that takes him. I'll be supporting him wherever, whenever. He
Big
deserves
big
it.
time.
Deserves
For
it.
sure. For sure. The Bucks will be signing Mike Evans back.
Yes.
2 years, 52 mil, includes a 35 mil guaranteed. So
Yes.
you can basically pencil in Baker Mayfield coming back too. So a
Yeah.
good offense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming in, and that's going to be exciting for them. The NFL Combine. Yo, Xavier Worthy. So, for those who don't know or may have forgotten, Xavier Worthy is what or was the wide receiver for the Texas Longhorns. He came in, he did the 40-yard dash, and he did the fastest 40-yard dash ever at the combine. At first, it was 4.22, but then the official number was 4.21. Wow. That's all I could say. I couldn't even, I still to this day, we're almost a week after the fact, and I still can't put that into words because you see everybody always says there's always a difference between combine speed and on the field speed.
Mhm.
Let's just say that 4.21 is gonna up itself to
Let's just
basically
say
like a
it does
4.0.
translate. Exactly. Let's just say it does translate.
But yeah,
Hmm.
whoever you already know, coaches out there looking at that like, ooh, Gotta get him.
All I'm saying is I mean, depending on where he goes, a team like Miami who's using all speed, a team like Houston, a team like Houston with CJ Stroud who could bomb that long ball. Team like Cleveland, who may need a second tier wide receiver looking to be coming up, a third tier wide receiver.
A Kansas
Kansas City,
City.
yeah, yeah. No, I was getting there. I was getting there. They just won the championship. Chill, 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 chill.
Yeah, I know
Hey,
we
how
had to
much
calm
more
down. We
do
gotta
they
calm
need?
down.
All right, chill, 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 chill.
We
But
always say how
yes.
much more a championship team needs, but until we realize that they need more.
Yo, oh my goodness. Nah, for real. Nah, you absolutely right. There's a plethora of teams that could use him, brother. And
Big time.
that speed, I believe that speed will translate on the field. Obviously you see it and it it's all, he's just running. He ain't got to break nothing. Ain't nobody pushing him up at the 5 yard line where they can't push him. But the
Right.
route running that he was doing with Texas was crazy.
Yeah.
The route running, the routes he was running
I
with
didn't, it's funny. I obviously, watched most of the season, but I didn't truly realize his route running until they played Washington
yes, yes,
in
yes,
that national semifinal
yes.
game.
It's
But
yeah. It's elite route running that can put him in at any side of the field, and he's gonna eat. He's gonna eat.
yeah, yeah,
I like the type of wide receiver he's becoming, what he was and what he can become also.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever needs a wide receiver, you got a plethora of them coming out. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he's one of them ones that's gonna be at the top. But
Exactly.
moving on, Russell Wilson, as we all knew, was going to be released by the Broncos. Now, the biggest question is where will this man go? Because he's basically going to be like a 1 year rental, basically, at this point.
I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I have zero idea.
Yeah, same,
I
same.
I mean, like a team like New England could use him, but they got a good pick in the draft. I don't. He ain't. Oh my! I was literally about to say Seattle. He can't go back. He just got traded from
He can't
Seattle.
go.
Hey, he
He
can't
can't
go
go
back
back.
to
He can't
Seattle.
go back there.
But I'm not even gonna say Cleveland because I still feel like Deshaun Watson got a lot to prove. Um,
Hmm.
like a team like the Texans 2 years ago could have used them. Now look who you got CJ Stroud. Um, I mean Giants. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean, Giants isn't bad from everything I'm hearing at this point. Now they're not really feeling so hot on Daniel Jones, which
Yeah, what I'm
pretty
also
sure
hearing as well.
I'm pretty sure most Giants fans have not really been all that hot on Daniel Jones in the first place, but I'm
No,
hearing I'm
Danny
hearing
Dimes.
Giants. I'm hearing maybe Steelers could bring him in just to bring as like maybe
Yes.
competition for Kenny
Yes.
Pickett for
How would
maybe
you
Kenny
feel
Pickett
about
to
that?
bring up his play.
How would you feel about that?
I would love it. I'm a huge Russell Wilson fan. I don't care what anybody says. He could ball. He's a gamer in my
Hmm.
opinion. Like no matter how bad things were in Denver, he was still trying his best. He was, at the end of the season, still willing them to wins and things of that nature. So I would love him to be on that team. I don't know how he is as a leader. Obviously, you keep hearing all these mixed things, but
I do hear a lot of stories about it. Obviously, it's like there's some you could probably trust, some you can't trust. You don't know what to trust. But
correct.
I would like him there because it's almost like you go to a different team, like a Seattle Seahawks, where it's like
Hmm.
a long time standing head coach Mike Tomlin versus like a Pete Carroll.
Right.
I mean, like people that have been with a team for a long, long time. You understand? And like understand the dynamics, understand what it takes to like get new people in. Never had a lose season. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Um, I would like him with that because then even your run game isn't bad at all.
Hmm.
You got a wide receiver, um, lineman too. You got a defense. Tough division low key, but it's not like you guys couldn't pull it off.
No, that's the biggest thing. Like the division is tough, but everybody's beatable in the division.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
The Ravens aren't always going to be untouchable. The Browns, they're like stuck in this one place right now where they're
Stuck in the
trying to
middle.
get to
They're a
that
middle
next
tier
level,
team.
they're trying to get to that next level, but they just don't know how to exactly do it. That's their thing. The Bengals, if they're healthy, they can go all the way. Everybody knows that. But the problem is they just haven't been healthy. Joe Burrow has not been healthy. So that's another thing. So, like, and the Steelers and Ravens by themselves have been running that division for so long
Mhm.
that at the end of the day, still to this day, until the Bengals truly prove it, until the Browns could prove it, it's still going to be a Steelers and Ravens division for me
Yeah.
personally. But we just gonna have to see. Like I said, free agency is next week. We'll get into all of that.
Mhm.
Another one before we move on to basketball. The Giants do not franchise tag Saquon Barkley this time, so now he is free to go. Yes, Kyle, I know. This is a hard one. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's a hard pill to swallow for everybody else out there us watching that because I know most of our viewers are Giants fans. My question to you, and I know you don't want to answer this question, where do you think he should go?
The New York Giants,
Okay.
and I'm
Well,
not changing my mind.
if they all they had to do was just take that money that they gave to Daniel Jones and give it to him, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. But you,
I'm not changing my mind. He cannot go nowhere. He cannot go
all right,
nowhere.
you gonna lock him in the house like what's his face like Chris Paul and them did to who was that to DeAndre Jordan I think it was.
Yes. Yes. Exactly what I'm gonna do. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I can't imagine Saquon Barkley in another uniform. I don't want to imagine Saquon Barkley in another uniform. I think they need to pay this man the appropriate money that they need to pay him before anything bad happens, first of all. Um, I think they should just take a dead cat, to be quite honest with you, with Daniel Jones. All honesty, all honesty, whatever it takes to keep Saquon Barkley, and you get him a good quarterback behind center, and you get a good O line, the Giants will be fine. They can contend in that NFC. They will contend, and I say that not just as a fan. I'm saying that with Brian Dable as a coach, the coaches that he's brought in. We were in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Right.
There's with Daniel Jones.
Imagine with a
With
quarterback that
a
you
upper tier, upper echelon quarterback. I
yeah
I do not care what it takes. If I was the owner, if I was the general manager, if I was the general manager of the New York Giants and I had a meeting with the owner, John Mara, I'm telling him, brother, I don't care what it takes. I will pay money out of my own pocket for Saquon Barkley.
hmm
That's how much he means to that team. To that team. He's a leader in that locker room. I don't care. You could look at me crazy. I don't care.
Hey, I ain't gonna look at you crazy. I would love to see him still in the Giants uniform. If it doesn't, I'll do you the favor and I won't put him in the same conference as you. I'll put him in my own conference.
But who?
I'll put him with the Houston Texans. That's what I'll do. That's what
Ooh,
I'll do. Yeah.
brother,
Yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because if you put that man
brother.
with CJ Stroud, you
That's
have
what I'm trying to imagine with the Giants. It's like, just give me somebody like a CJ, please, please. And oh
with
no,
a with a
oh
with a
God.
Tank Dell, a Noah Brown out there, a Dalton Schultz, who else? Robert Woods is over there. You still got a couple other good running backs back there. You still got, well, I think you got Devin Singletary back there, if I'm still not mistaken. Hmm, hmm, What a pretty good defense that D'Amico Ryan, he knows exactly how to get the best out of his defense. We talking about a complete team at
You
that
just
point.
put such a scary thought in my head. Like, actually,
The
him.
Houston Texans, the Houston Texans will run their division for the next 10 years if they do that. Promise you.
And
They run it for them.
that is exactly what I'm seeing. That is exactly what I'm seeing in my head right now. That's oh
They will run that division because you got Jacksonville there. They not growing nothing right there. Indianapolis, they're gonna have to low key start over because Anthony Richardson has not really played a game yet. We'll say, oh, Tennessee, they're not gonna have Derrick Henry no more. Boom. There you go.
Oh, that's
That's your
something else
division
we
right
need to
there.
talk about soon.
Oh yeah.
Talk about that soon.
What? Yeah, no, that's a. Oh yeah, that's probably gonna be like next week right there. That's a yeah. Derrick Henry's
That's
episode is probably
big.
coming next week. That's next week.
Whoever lands Derrick Henry is easily top. Like you're easily maybe wild card.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot, on his shoulders alone. Yeah,
Ooh, we no. You're blowing my mind right now. Wait. Wait. Oh my goodness. Now that would be oh Texans. Oh we
that's
say
nasty.
Texans.
That's
Oh
that's nasty. That's the one everyone keeps pointing to, and I'm like, you want to know what? I like that one right there. I'm gonna stick with that one.
that
I'm gonna
takes
stick
so
with
much
it.
pressure off of CJ, and but
Oh,
it takes a lot of pressure off of Saquon too.
oh yeah. I don't have to be the do it all guy.
And now Saquon he don't gotta beat a back that gotta like that gotta have 400, 500 carries in it in over the course of 3 years, over the course of
Hmm.
he could catch out the backfield. Like you could put him in certain positions where he don't even gotta be in the play, where he just gotta block. Like like
Right,
there's
right.
so many different positions that you could put him in that he doesn't have to be the workhorse like he is now with the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh, oh damn. Oh my God.
Scary. Scary hours.
Wow. Okay, brother. Okay. Okay.
But we'll table
We'll
back to
come back.
this.
We'll come back. We'll come
We'll
back.
table back to this because I can already see like your mind is like literally like you trying to fathom that. That's yeah, no, you can't even figure that one out.
I can't.
But but it's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. We're gonna come back to it. So Selection Sunday, excuse me, is in about a week and some change about out, give or take. But as of right now, the biggest discussion is who should be on that last number one seed. So we already got UConn,
Mhm.
we got Purdue, and we got Houston. Those three right there are more than likely going to be your lockups for your number ones. Now we got one more number one spot. Right now, it looks like it's between Tennessee and Arizona. Personally, I would take Tennessee after what I see them do against Alabama last Saturday. They were down most of the whole game. Their star player, Dalton Connect, he was in foul trouble. They couldn't figure out anything until that second half. Until, yeah, roughly about the middle of the second half. That's when they started to catch a run, when they started to catch fire. And also, they have a stout defense. I just love the defense as well. I would have Tennessee in that last spot. Arizona can make their case. They have Caleb Love. They have some other guys out there that are really, really good. But I feel like with the conference that Tennessee plays in and the wins that they have, it's just better right now for
I would
me
I,
personally.
I would be inclined to agree with you on that, based off of the research that I've done, over the past, couple weeks, seeing what you've been sending me, finding what I can. And I gotta go with Tennessee as well. I gotta go with
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Even though they have Arizona number 4 in the net rankings, with them, Arizona is 7-3 in quad one wins, 6-2 in quad twos. Tennessee's 8-5 in quad one wins and 5-1 in quad twos.
I'm taking that record all day.
Which one?
I'm taking Tennessee's record all day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I could get with that
That
because
one more win probably that shapes you
it
sometimes.
do. It do, yeah. It do. Because they're only so their losses at quad ones came to Purdue. They lost by 4 earlier in the season. North Carolina, they lost by 8. Kansas, they lost by 9.
Mhm.
Mississippi State, they lost by was that 5, and then Texas A&M, they had a bad game last month against them. But other than that, they're all right. They lost to South Carolina. That was the only quad two
All right, tell
that
me
they've
about
lost
Arizona.
to.
Tell us about Arizona.
Arizona is so they lost to Purdue as well.
Ooh,
They lost in overtime to Florida Atlantic.
okay.
lost by 3 to Washington State. Actually, lost, yeah, and then they lost to Washington State again by 3,
Oh wow. Oh
and
wow.
they lost to Stanford. Damn, Stanford is quad 2. I didn't even know that. So yeah, I would put, like I said, personally, I would take
I would
Tennessee.
take Tennessee. I would take based off of what you just told me, I'm taking Tennessee as that last number one seed. But
But then
Arizona,
also,
Arizona, they're one of those teams that like they've always been in the mix
yeah,
late
yeah, no,
March Madness. You understand?
yeah, yeah. But
Always been.
another thing is though they lost to Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic right now is one of those teams where if they're not careful, they could be on that outside looking
They
in.
could they could miss it.
Yeah,
Very
because they're fighting for their lives right now.
yes. Yes.
So that's one that's one I'm looking really real close at right now. I both teams are deserving of a number one, but if I had to choose right now, who would it get it? It would be it'd be Tennessee. Now both of them, I believe, are at least they at least share their respective conference champion regular season championships.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe that both of them should be number one going into their conference tournament. So we'll obviously see that, that will obviously have a lot of implications, whether if one of them mess around and falls short of a championship, then that could mess around and put them down and put somebody else in there too. But yeah, no,
Absolutely.
that right now is the big conversation with this whole with the big dance coming up to see who could possibly take that last number one slot.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, brother. Okay. Okay. Okay.
But
We will see.
but
We will see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before we get off of college basketball, when the tournament starts, or at least when they start dropping the brackets, me and Kyle, or I say the Silver Boys, will be doing. We will be sending out brackets to everybody, and we just want to get everybody in the group and have everybody, just pick teams, pick whoever, pick it.
Let me
Whether
talk to
it's
him.
a
Let me
school.
talk to him. Let me talk to him.
Okay, go on ahead.
Y'all better join. Okay. Okay. Please. I'm asking very nicely. I'm gonna ask nicely this first time. Next week I'm gonna come back on and I'm gonna ask not so much more nicely, but it'd be very, very appreciated. We trying to get our engagement in, guys, and there's only one way to help us, for y'all to help us. Okay?
Not you
Cool.
coming in
All right.
hot, telling them to join, and then you asking them nicely. That's
I told you, I'm asking nicely for the first week. The next week, it's not gonna be so nicely. I mean, we gonna do this, and
we
I would
haven't.
I would like to see, who thinks the best, who knows college basketball the best, who knows, like, you know what I'm saying, like who thinks that they know college basketball teams, who thinks that they know players the best. Is it just me and you? Is there some other folks around here? That's all I'm trying to wonder. It's a
Hey,
good
look,
friendly old competition.
the brackets drop on the 17th. The tournament officially starts on the 21st, and I believe if it's at the same time every year, then it starts at 21st at 12:15 p.m.
Right?
So from the
Right.
17th to March 21st, that will be the time that you guys will have the brackets. You have it in front of you. That's when the 17th is when the brackets come out at like 6 p.m. or something crazy like that. So yes,
Right.
please, by all
Right.
means, join.
Please, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
But before we get up out of here, let's talk about things that are going on in the NBA. So the biggest thing, the number one team in the West right now is hobbled as Karl Anthony Towns tore his left meniscus. And right now, they're saying that he will get surgery and he will be reevaluated in the next 4 weeks. Kyle, what do you think that will do to Minnesota with them being in a tight West?
It's real. I'm going to be honest with you. It's hard to say because a, a large part of me wants to rely on somebody like a Anthony Edwards. Um, there's something telling me that I think that he could keep it there. But with Denver on the come up, OKC trying to, like, make a name for themselves. You got OKC. I mean, I said OKC. You got like honestly, like realistically speaking, 20 games left. You got the Lakers. Like they're only like what 7, 8 games back. Like they could make. I ain't gonna say they could make a run for the first, but they could give a problem to a team like Minnesota later on in the season to make
Yeah,
them drop.
if they mess around and Minnesota is one of those top teams, and you got to face a Golden State team or a Laker
Exactly.
team that are just that
Exactly.
somehow some way they're in the play-in right now, and if they end up staying in that region, and then they get those 7, 8 spots, those top two teams. Well, and
You
whether
don't want to be
I
minute.
don't,
You do
it
not.
doesn't matter who you are. You could be the Clippers, you could be Denver, you could be Phoenix, you could be New Orleans, you could be OKC, you could be Minnesota. You do not want to see either one of those teams in the first round.
I don't want to see. I honestly like seriously. The Lakers scare me more than 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 the Warriors scare me.
Hmm.
They scare me a lot more because I know what Bron's gonna bring, and I know he's just only gonna up the ante once the postseason comes. AD when he want to play serious, he's gonna play serious, and he's been playing serious all season.
Yeah, D'Lo.
D'Lo getting hot. D'Lo been hot. Austin Reeves know when the big game comes. He knows
He
when to
know
make it count.
when to turn up.
So
Yep.
yeah, I mean, and all I'm gonna say is like, okay, we got Steph, we got Dre, we got Clay coming off the bench, we got CP3. I don't know if I have that much faith in them. You understand what I'm saying?
I would put it to you like this: if they could, I mean, I would say they're going to heavily lean on Steph, but if they could get good minutes like they've been getting good minutes out of Kaminga. If Wiggins comes back, fine.
If
Brandon,
that
what's the
that's
kid?
the
Brandon
oh,
Podzinski, with the Brandon
I'm so
Podzinski
glad you
kid.
said Wiggins. I'm so glad you said Wiggins. That's a
Because
big
think
one.
about it.
It's a
Because
big
think
one.
about it. I feel like everyone forgets Wiggins was the catalyst for the reason why they won that championship a couple years
Exactly.
ago.
Exactly.
I don't
And
care about Jordan
had he
Poole.
not
Jordan Poole
taken
was
all that,
cool.
had he not taken all that time off last season, they would have
Oh
went
yeah,
deeper.
they probably would have went against Denver. I
They
don't
would have
know
went
if
deeper.
they would have got I don't know if they would have, got past Denver because I feel like it's just Denver's time right now.
Yes.
But they would have put up a bigger fight against the Lakers,
Yes.
if anything.
Yes.
You
Yes.
feel me? So,
Yes.
yeah, no, I
And
feel like
also,
it.
the thing is like these regular season games are being really important right now when these teams like the Denver and Celtics go up against each other. Like,
Yeah.
when the Bucks go up against Cleveland, when the Bucks go up against New York, when the
Hmm.
Bucks go up against Denver, when the Bucks go up against like there's so many teams in the West that can easily beat 1 through 3 through the East also,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
which is something that we need to be on the lookout for as well.
Correct.
Because
Another thing we need to be on. Uh,
Dallas could low key take the Celtics if they really want to.
yeah, Luca could take him.
With Kyrie
Luca
as number
with
two,
Kyrie. Yo, son, the biggest thing about them, because we got to get out of here soon, but the biggest thing about them, they have to figure out how to play together
play
the
together.
whole game. The whole game, not just those last couple minutes, the whole game. They have to figure out how to actually like truly, truly, truly play together. Because
I
Luca, he's gonna get his, you know what I mean, the points, rebounds, and assists wise. But they have to figure out how to play together where they can just string along shots where you're just sitting on the other side like there's no way in the world that we could defend this. That's what they have to figure out. And once
yeah.
they unlock that potential, then after that they'll arguably be one of the scariest teams in the league.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I mean, I know that's like real off topic mentioning Denver at this point, but it's important to note that these West teams they're stacked. They're
Yeah,
stacked, and
yeah, no,
anyone
because
a lot of 1 through essentially 6 through 7 could win it easily if they
mm-hmm.
if things get right and they get the correct matchups that they want to get.
Man,
One,
it's all tight. It's all tight knit up there, man. Is it up top, in the middle, and at the play in? It's all tight.
yes.
All very, very, very tight. And even with the East too, before we get up out of here, even with the East, the Knicks, changing spots with Orlando. I didn't think Orlando would end up pushing
No,
like this.
no, we got to give
Orlando's pushing
Paulo
right
his
now.
flowers.
Paulo, Franz, his brother Moritz, like we have to give everybody that whole Orlando team. They come to play. They come
I
to
ain't seen
play. And
Orlando this highs and Shaq was in it was and Shaq was on them.
Chat? Oh no, we could fast forward a little bit. That's the white in them, the white in them. Remember that.
All right, you're right,
Remember,
you're right, you're right, you're right, you're right, you're
because
right.
they got to the finals. Because remember, they got to the
You're
finals. We
right, you're
got to put
right, you're
respect on
right,
their
you're
name.
right.
We got to put respect
My
on their
fault, my
names.
fault, my fault, my fault, my
That's how
fault.
that's how took Dwight
Yeah,
Howard
I'm
and
still
Jameer
saying
Nelson
Shaq.
and all
I'm
of them.
still saying Shaq. I'm still saying Shaq.
I mean, they got the back-to-back finals. I can't hold you on that one. I can't hold you on that one. But tune in next week. You guys already know what's going on. We talking more NBA, talking more college basketball with, next week it being championship week, which is going to be an awesome, awesome, awesome week. I can't wait for that. NBA, there's still both conferences. This is probably the tightest that we've seen it in a long, long time for both
Yeah,
conferences. And it's like it's very, very interchangeable. Every night is literally something different. And then in the NFL, free agency is coming up. So see what your favorite teams might do, might not do, who's gonna go where, who's gonna, stay. But you already know the deal. Till then, I'm your host, Cam Silver.
I'm your host, Kyle Silver.
Tune in next week for more of the Silver Boys.
Thank you. Y'all better get in on our stuff.
What's going on, everybody? It's Cam Silver from the Silver Boys. If you like our content, subscribe to the channel and like our videos. Thank you for watching.